The app that we're going to spend a little bit of time looking at right now is a really good app for literacy. This one can really help to engage children in writing, and particularly in creative writing. The app that we're going to look at is called Comic Life Free. So this is what you're faced with as soon as you open up Comic Life. These are some of my comics that I've made in the past. I want to make a new one. I want to add to my collection. So to do that, I'm going to go to the plus. I'm going to go ahead and just create one. Now, when I do that, it opens up a load of different templates, not unlike something like Word or Pages. So we've got loads to choose from here, even with the free version. I'm going to go ahead and go for this one that says Future. So here's my template. Now again, what I quite like about this app is that it really gives you a lot, but everything that it gives you, you can change and adapt and make it your own. So for example, if I tap on your title here, I can edit that. It'll bring up the keyboard. I'm going to call this front cover Super Nick. When I tap away from that, it takes a few seconds for it to load, and it will resize the text for me. It'll put it in the middle, and it will kind of make it look great to start off with. But the key with this is that even when it's done those kind of changes, those editing choices for you, you can change them. So if I simply tap on that title, I can use these little dots here to make it bigger or smaller. I can even use two fingers to slightly change the angle of the text. So there we go. As you can see here, it gives you a few prompts here, so I can tap on here to add to my story. Again, this will bring up the keyboard, and I can put whatever I like in here. So I'm going to say something like a volcano erupts near a school. There you go. So I've set the scene for my story. I want to add some images to it. All I do is tap on the little image icon in the middle of this box. It gives us three different options. We can either use the camera to take a picture there and then, use the photo library so that we access anything in our camera roll, or add web images, which is basically connected to things like Flickr. But I'm going to go for photo library, and I'm going to add something from my camera roll. These are all of the pictures that I have already on my iPad, and I'm going to go ahead and go for maybe this one here, slightly menacing looking. Now, as you can see, this image wasn't a sketched image or one that would fit in particularly with a comic book, but what Comic Life does very cleverly is it straight away edits and puts effects on your picture to make it fit in with that sketched feel of a comic book. So there we go. But you have to highlight that a bit better down here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add an image of someone's face. So if I go to the photo library again, camera roll, we can see this image that I have right at the bottom of the camera roll of someone looking scared is clearly a photo. If I tap on that, it'll take a few seconds for it to edit it, and it becomes an image that looks a lot more like a comic book style image. So there we go. Now, at any point, if I want to add some more description to this, add a bit more writing, well, I've got all of my different options at the bottom of the screen here. I'm going to go for a speech bubble, and I'm going to make it one that's slightly jagged to fit in with the kind of scared face there. And I'm just going to simply put in help. There we go. And there you go, simple as that. We've added that to that. If I wanted to resize it, I could tap on it, make it bigger. It could become part of something that links those two pages together. And then we have the option of adding more images. So I'm going to finish this off and put in something like this. I'm going to repeat the process of going to there, adding something from a photo library, and my second from last picture is a picture of me trying to look slightly heroic there. And there we go. Now we can see this big kind of sticker here that says Zap. I could delete it, but we also can add whichever stickers we like by going to the plus up here. The plus up here gives us all sorts of options that are well worth exploring, but the one that I'm going to show you is this one with the star. This shows you all sorts of pre-made comic book style stickers. So if I go for something like boom, that will generate that for me, put it on my comic book, and then I can place it. Now at any point while you're using this app, you can zoom in and zoom out using your pinch gestures to see what the whole thing looks like. Once you're happy with it, all you have to do is press My Comics. That will automatically save it and put it next to all of the comics that you have on your Comic Book Life home screen. Here we go. Now the last thing that I'm going to show you is what you do next. How do you share it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on that particular comic. At the moment it's called Future Free because that's the template that I've used, but I'm going to rename that by tapping on the Future Free title, and I'm going to call it Super Nick. There you go, simple as that. Then what I've got at the bottom here are a few different options. I can either delete the comic that I've just made by hitting the bin. I can hit the pencil tool to edit it or carry on working with it. I can hit these 2 pages to duplicate it or copy it. And I can hit the all-important share button so that I could print it off. I could open it up in another app. I could send a copy to someone. So that's Comic Life.